Porsche's hybrid supercar gets closer to production. Chevy previews a new small SUV. The feds check the Hyundai Elantra for a problematic airbag. And we take the Toyota Prius C hybrid for a spin. I'm Jake, and this is a Tuesday edition of Autoweek TV. Here's a look at your high-octane news. The first round of prototypes for Porsche's 918 hybrid sports car are on the road. Porsche says it is on track to start building the 918 in September of 2013, and the first customer cars will be delivered by the end of next year. The 918 prototypes are decked out in a paint scheme that recalls the 917 race cars. The 918 packs a gasoline engine and 2 electric motors, one for each axle. On Monday, Chevrolet released this photo of its new small car named Trax. The Trax will get a formal debut in September at the Paris Motor Show. GM's global small car platform is used for the Trax. That's the same platform GM uses for cars such as the Chevy Sonic. But Chevy says the Trax isn't going to land in U.S. showrooms, at least not at the start. Chevy doesn't want to cut into the sales of the popular Equinox. Government safety officials are taking a look at the redesigned Hyundai Elantra after a driver was reportedly injured by the side curtain airbag. The driver's face and ear were said to be cut during the airbag deployment in a side crash. Photos of the crash car show a metal part sticking from the left edge of the headliner. The investigation is in its early stages and no recall has been ordered. That's the news for today. Thanks for watching. Now watch as editors Wes Raynal and John Wong take the Toyota Prius C for a spin. And remember, as always, to enjoy the drive.
Hi, I'm John here with Autoweek's editor Wes Raynal, and we are in the 2012 Prius C, which is one of the new Priuses to be added to the family this year. Let's start with the basics. It's got a 1.5-liter 4-cylinder engine connected to Toyota's hybrid synergy system. Total output is 99 horsepower.
0 to 60 in a week and a half.
Maybe 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, it's based off the Toyota Yaris 5-door. Basically, it's got a battery pack in the back seat. CVT transmission, unfortunately.
It's slow, it's expensive. How long will it take you to make up the quote-unquote savings you're getting in fuel costs? I would be willing to bet that there's a lot of these sitting at the lot right now.
Well, you said it's expensive, right? But as tested price for this is $25,000.
Which is a lot better than a regular Prius, I'll give you that, because I think the last one of those was up in the 30s. People that couldn't get into a Prius before might be able to afford this car if that's what you really want.
This one, like I said, is just small and based off the Yaris.
The Yaris is nothing to aspire to. There's better ways to save fuel, and you can have more fun doing it.
When I drove this car and I got gas for it, I think I averaged like 43 miles per gallon.
Which is pretty good. Our sister site, Shop Autoweek, did a test of this car and drove it across the state of Michigan and back and got 47 or something.
Yeah, it was almost 48 miles.
Which is nothing to sneeze at, I'll give them that. There's easier, more fun ways to save fuel if saving fuel is what you're about.
You get into it and is it fun to drive? No. Are you, saving a whole bunch of fuel? Not really, not the way I was driving it. But I guess if you're just, stuck in traffic all the time and you're just in EV mode and using the battery a lot, and you could probably get, really, really good fuel economy out of it.
The materials inside seem improved.
Yeah, they have.
Which means the old ones were really bad.
It's a nicer place to be in the interior now compared to what the old Yaris was, which was just dreaded. For the money, $25,000 for a hybrid, for something that gets the fuel economy that this does, and it gets you to point A to point B okay, I don't think it's too bad. You could do a whole lot worse.
The thing you got to ask yourself, you got to look at the $25,000 sticker and figure out how long it's going to take you to quote-unquote make that money back.
So there you have it. Those are our thoughts on the 2012 Toyota Prius C. For Autoweek, I'm John, and this is Wes.
Enjoy the drive.
Catch all the latest auto enthusiast news at Autoweek.com, in Autoweek Magazine and iPad Edition. Talk with us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at Autoweek USA.